I'm Portia. This is my wife, Ellen.
Hi.
And
we've been together for 16 years. We've been married for 12 years.
Portia de Rossi and Ellen DeGeneres seemed like an unbreakable couple for 15 years, but their divorce has left many wondering what went wrong. Despite their public displays of affection and years of shared milestones, something led to their split. Was it the pressure of living in the spotlight, or were there deeper personal struggles that couldn't be overcome? Portia has remained quiet about the reasons for their separation, but now she's ready to speak out. What could have torn apart a relationship that seemed so strong from the outside? Join us in this narrative as we reveal the truth about Ellen DeGeneres from Portia, exploring the complexities behind their relationship and what ultimately led to its end. News about Ellen and Portia's divorce began to surface in 2014, spreading like wildfire. However, Ellen set the record straight with a heartfelt response in an interview where she poured her heart out, saying, "I fall more in love with Portia all the time." She gushed about how funny, talented, and kind Portia was, emphasizing that their relationship was far from boring. Instead, it was filled with love, laughter, and a deep connection. Yet, the tabloids struck again in 2015, with more divorce rumors swirling. They claimed that Portia was being controlled by Ellen and that's why she left. However, none of it was true. Ellen addressed these rumors casually in an interview with Howard Stern, joking, "This is very exciting for a lot of people. We have been waiting a long time for this to happen," highlighting how their stable, happy relationship was too boring for the tabloids, so they had to invent drama. She even laughed about how, in a way, they were flattered that the media cared so much about their relationship. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi first met in 2001 at a Rock the Vote concert. At the time, de Rossi hadn't publicly come out as gay, although they instantly felt a connection. It took 3 years for them to admit their feelings to each other. Their first meeting in 2001 left a lasting impression on both. DeGeneres didn't know de Rossi played for the same team, but Portia later admitted it was love at first sight. They spoke briefly at the concert and crossed paths again over the years, but it took time for either of them to act on their feelings. De Rossi said in a 2009 interview with Oprah, "I knew she was the one for me when I first laid eyes on her." However, being on Ally McBeal at the time and still in the closet, Portia feared that coming out would hurt her career. She explained that she wasn't ready to date the most famous lesbian in the world. In 2005, de Rossi recalled a moment when she saw Ellen again at a photo shoot. She was overwhelmed by how deeply she was drawn to Ellen, describing it as a feeling she had never experienced before. "My knees were weak. It was amazing," she said. By then, both were in relationships, Ellen with photographer Alexandra Hedison and Portia with singer Francesca Gregorini. But once they ended those relationships, they began dating each other. DeGeneres explained, "She had a girlfriend, and I had a girlfriend, but it wasn't like, oh, we're going to have an affair. We were just supposed to be together." It wasn't easy to break up with their partners, but it felt like the right decision for both of them. In August 2005, Portia de Rossi opened up about her relationship with Ellen DeGeneres just a few months after publicly coming out. She shared with The Advocate that her bond with Ellen was everything she had been searching for: peaceful, loving, and respectful. For the first time, Portia didn't feel alone. Despite the challenges of having a public relationship, especially with someone as famous as Ellen, her love for Ellen made everything worth it. Portia admitted it was hard living under the spotlight, but it was also thrilling. Their first public appearance together came a month later at the Primetime Emmy Awards, where Ellen hosted the show, marking a big moment for the couple. By November 2005, almost a year into their relationship, Ellen spoke about Portia in an interview with People, saying she was certain Portia was the one. She expressed that, for the first time, she knew she was with someone for the rest of her life. Ellen even added that if same-sex marriage had been legal at the time, they would have already gotten married to honor and celebrate their union. A couple of years later, Ellen continued to reflect on her relationship with Portia. She described their bond as a perfect fit, explaining that it wasn't just about happiness but about feeling complete, something she hadn't experienced before. Then, in May 2008, California's Supreme Court made same-sex marriage legal, and Ellen took the opportunity to propose to Portia on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. The couple had originally planned a commitment ceremony. "I'm so excited about the future, where we just get to do whatever the hell we want for the rest of our lives," Ellen said. But with the new law in place, Ellen surprised Portia with a proposal. Portia later revealed that the timing of the law change felt like a gift, making their commitment even more meaningful. Life as a couple flourished, and in August 2008, Ellen and Portia got married in a small, intimate ceremony at their home in Los Angeles. On August 16, 2008, Ellen and Portia were married at their home, surrounded by just 19 guests, including their mothers. Portia wore a custom Zac Posen dress, and they exchanged Neil Lane rings in a quiet afternoon ceremony. A few months after their wedding, Portia shared how much her life had changed since getting married. Their story, filled with love, trials, public scrutiny, and deep personal connection, remains a testament to the complexities of love in the limelight. She said she now felt a sense of peace and security she hadn't known before. For the first time, she could live openly and honestly. Portia also shared how emotional it was to have her mother present at the wedding, blessing the union and calling Ellen her daughter-in-law. By June 2009, Ellen and Portia decided that having children wasn't something they wanted to pursue. Though they had once thought about it, they felt fulfilled with their pets and enjoyed being aunts to Portia's niece. Ellen explained that they were happy as they were and didn't want to take on the responsibility of raising kids. Later that year, Ellen and Portia sat down with Oprah to talk about their first wedding anniversary. Ellen reflected on how lucky she felt to have found such a deep connection with Portia, describing their relationship as feeling like home. The couple also discussed their disappointment over Prop 8, the California proposition that banned same-sex marriage. While their marriage remained valid, they expressed sadness over the decision, calling it a step backward for human rights. Throughout their journey, Ellen and Portia have shown the world what love, commitment, and resilience look like, facing both public scrutiny and legal challenges while staying strong in their love for each other. Portia de Rossi made a big move in 2010 when she decided to take Ellen DeGeneres' last name, legally becoming Portia Lee James DeGeneres. While she embraced the change in her personal life, she kept her professional identity as Portia de Rossi. It was a sweet gesture that symbolized their love and commitment to one another. When asked about when they'd have children, the couple brought home a puppy named Kid in response to all the questions. Ellen humorously explained the name, saying, "We have a kid," hoping it would end the speculation once and for all. That's one bold and daring statement, really. While in an interview, Ellen shared her secret to a strong marriage with Portia. She stated that constant gratitude and putting each other first are most essential if anyone would succeed in marriage. They both recognize how rare and precious their bond is, really understanding each other and making sure to remind each other of it often. Shortly after, Portia did something that amazed Ellen on her birthday and only made their bond grow stronger. For Ellen's 60th birthday in 2018, Portia went all out with a deeply meaningful gift. She gave Ellen a gorilla sanctuary in Rwanda along with the Ellen DeGeneres Wildlife Fund, an initiative to protect endangered animals. Portia explained, "This gift represents who you are and what you care about." It was a touching tribute to Ellen's lifelong passion for animal conservation. That same year, they celebrated their 10th wedding anniversary. Looking back on their journey together, they shared precious memories from their ceremony and even posted the speech from their officiant Wayne Dyer, highlighting the importance of marriage equality, which meant so much to them. Even after a decade of marriage, Ellen continued to keep the romance alive. She shared on her talk show how she would surprise Portia with sweet gestures whenever she had to travel, like arranging for her hotel room to be decorated with a heart-shaped arrangement of rose petals. It was just one of the many ways they kept their connection strong. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit in early 2020, Ellen and Portia took the opportunity to stay home together, playing games and spending quality time. But they also took action, donating $1 million to COVID-19 relief efforts, specifically supporting organizations like Meals on Wheels, No Kid Hungry, and America's Food Fund. Their donation was part of the All In Challenge, a larger effort to raise funds for vulnerable communities during the pandemic. Amid the controversy Ellen faced in 2020 regarding accusations of a toxic work environment on her talk show, Portia remained a pillar of support. Ellen later said, "It was a horrible time in my life, and she was a rock." Through the tough times, their bond was unwavering, and Ellen credited Portia with helping her stay grounded and positive. Portia de Rossi has often credited Ellen DeGeneres for helping her accept her identity. Before their relationship, Portia wasn't comfortable with being gay, but Ellen's unwavering support made all the difference. In an interview, Portia shared that Ellen made her feel that being gay was perfectly fine. "Ellen really did help me through it just by being there," Portia said, adding that it was the first time she truly felt comfortable with who she was. Ellen's care and commitment to Portia were on full display when Portia had to undergo emergency surgery for appendicitis in March 2021. Portia had been feeling ill and went to bed early, but Ellen was soon woken up and rushed her to the hospital. After the surgery, Ellen joked on her show that Portia left her appendix behind at the hospital and she'd be auctioning it off for charity. Thankfully, Portia made a full recovery and was soon back home. Once Portia had recovered, she helped Ellen celebrate a huge milestone: 3,000 episodes of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Portia was on set with cupcakes to show her support and shared a sweet video on Instagram. "Congratulations on 3,000 episodes, brilliant woman," she wrote, celebrating her wife's impressive achievement. As the couple marked 13 years of marriage in August 2021, they both took to social media to show their love for each other. Ellen posted a selfie with a touching message, saying, "I'm the luckiest girl in the world because I get to share my life with you." Portia, in turn, shared a collection of photos and wrote, "13 years ago, I married the love of my life, and it just keeps getting better." By December 2022, the couple celebrated another big milestone, 18 years together. Ellen wrote a heartfelt message on their anniversary, saying, "I fall in love with her more every day. I'm so grateful for her love." Earlier that year, she also posted on National Coming Out Day, reflecting on how coming out had led her to Portia, calling it the best choice she ever made. When Portia turned 50 in January 2023, Ellen marked the occasion with a sweet birthday post on Instagram. She simply wrote, "Happy birthday, Portia. Thank God for you," showing her deep affection for her wife. Just a few days later, at Portia's birthday party, the couple shared a special moment when Portia surprised Ellen with a vow renewal. The ceremony, officiated by Kris Jenner and featuring a performance by Brandi Carlile, was a touching reminder of their commitment to each other. Portia, wearing her wedding gown from their 2008 wedding, spoke to Ellen about how much she meant to her, highlighting how remarkable their bond truly is. In April 2023, Ellen shared how their individual interests kept their relationship fun and dynamic. While Ellen is passionate about flipping houses, Portia is deeply in love with horses. Ellen joked that she can't even get Portia to go to a furniture store with her unless there's a horse involved. Despite their different hobbies, their bond remains strong, showing that they support each other's passions wholeheartedly. Through all these milestones, Ellen and Portia's relationship remains rooted in love, laughter, and mutual respect. Whether they're celebrating anniversaries or supporting each other through tough times, they continue to be a shining example of a couple who truly enjoy being together. But who exactly is Ellen, and how did her personality sway Portia off her feet? Stay tuned because things are about to get even more interesting. Ellen DeGeneres, born on January 26, 1958, is a retired American comedian, actress, TV host, writer, and producer. She's best known for starring in the sitcom Ellen and hosting The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which earned her 33 Daytime Emmy Awards. Ellen grew up in Metairie, Louisiana, with her parents, Betty, a speech therapist, and Elliot, an insurance agent. She has one brother, Vance, who is a musician. After her parents divorced when she was 13, her mother remarried, and they moved to Texas. Sadly, Ellen faced serious challenges, including being abused by her stepfather during her teenage years. She eventually ran away to escape him, but her story was just getting started. After high school, Ellen moved back to New Orleans to attend college but dropped out after one semester to work various jobs, including waitressing and bartending. She used these life experiences as inspiration for her comedy, which helped launch her successful career in television. Ellen's experiences in various jobs sparked her passion for comedy, leading her to take the stage at small clubs and coffee houses. It wasn't long before she was performing regularly, and by 1981, she had become the MC at Clyde's Comedy Club in New Orleans. Influenced by comedians like Woody Allen and Steve Martin, Ellen quickly began to make a name for herself, touring nationally and even earning the title of Showtime's Funniest Person in America in 1984. Over the years, she drew inspiration from icons like Lucille Ball, Carol Burnett, and Bob Newhart. After taking a 15-year break from stand-up comedy, Ellen made a return with her 2018 Netflix special, Relatable. While Ellen's influences and stand-up comedy continued to shape her career, she also explored other creative opportunities in the late 1980s and early 1990s. During this time, she took on various projects, including appearing in the film Coneheads and starring in a unique film series for Ellen's Energy Adventure at Walt Disney World's Epcot. This fun, educational show featured Ellen alongside Bill Nye, Alex Trebek, Michael Richards, and Jamie Lee Curtis. The story involved Ellen falling asleep and finding herself in a dreamlike, energy-themed version of Jeopardy, competing against her rival, played by Curtis, and even Albert Einstein. Ellen then co-hosted an educational segment on energy with Nye. The ride opened in 1996 as Ellen's Energy Crisis but was quickly renamed Ellen's Energy Adventure, a title that lasted until its closure in 2017. One of Ellen's most memorable roles came in 2003 when she voiced Dory, the friendly fish with short-term memory loss, in Disney's Finding Nemo. Director Andrew Stanton was inspired to cast her after watching her comedic style on her talk show, where she often jumped from one topic to another. Ellen's performance earned her several awards, including a Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress, a Kids' Choice Award, and an Annie Award for Outstanding Voice Acting. She was also nominated for a Best Supporting Actress Award from the Chicago Film Critics Association. Ellen also voiced the dog in the opening scene of Dr. Dolittle, starring Eddie Murphy. Her win of the Saturn Award made her one of the few actors to receive an award for voice acting, joining Robin Williams, who had won for his role as the genie in Aladdin. Ellen later returned to voice Dory in the 2016 sequel Finding Dory. After her success in voice acting, Ellen had already established herself in television with her first regular role in the short-lived Fox sitcom Open House, a spin-off of Duet, where she portrayed Margot Van Meter, a receptionist at a real estate company. Although the show didn't last, Ellen quickly found another opportunity in 1992 when she was cast as Nurse Nancy McIntyre on Laurie Hill. The series was cancelled after just a few episodes, but soon after, producers Neil Marlins and Carol Black cast her in their new ABC pilot, These Friends of Mine. The show was renamed Ellen after its first season and became popular, solidifying Ellen's place in the entertainment industry. Thanks in part to Ellen's unique style of observational humor, her work was often compared to Seinfeld. However, Ellen reached new heights of fame in 1997. When she came out as a lesbian on The Oprah Winfrey Show in a groundbreaking episode, her character also came out to her therapist, played by Oprah herself. The episode, titled The Puppy Episode, became one of the show's highest rated. Despite the success of this moment, the show's ratings began to decline, and it was eventually cancelled after its fifth season. Ellen's next project, The Ellen Show, which aired in 2001, was another sitcom that ended after just 13 episodes. In 2007, a former writer claimed Ellen had mistreated the writers on the show, creating tension behind the scenes. However, after her sitcoms, Ellen reinvented herself as a highly successful talk show host, solidifying her place in entertainment. In September 2003, Ellen DeGeneres launched The Ellen DeGeneres Show, a daytime talk show that quickly became a hit. At the time, several celebrity-hosted talk shows were launching, including those by Sharon Osbourne and Rita Rudner. However, Ellen's show stood out, consistently climbing the Nielsen ratings and earning critical acclaim. In its first season, it received 12 Daytime Emmy nominations and won 4, including Best Talk Show. Over the next 3 seasons, the show won an impressive 25 Emmy Awards. One of the signature elements of The Ellen DeGeneres Show was Ellen's dancing with the audience at the start of each episode and during commercial breaks. She also became known for giving away prizes and trips to lucky audience members, often sponsored by various brands. However, after a while, Ellen explained that she stopped dancing because it became too expected and started to feel like a burden. In February 2006, Ellen celebrated her 30-year high school reunion by inviting her graduating class to be guests on her show. She also surprised her old school, Atlanta High School, with the gift of a new LED electronic marquee sign. Ellen made another surprise appearance at Tulane University's 2006 commencement in New Orleans, where she followed former Presidents George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton to the stage wearing a bathrobe and slippers, joking, "They told me everyone would be wearing robes." In March 2007, Ellen broadcast her show live from Universal Studios Orlando, taking part in fun skits like riding the Hulk roller coaster and the Jaws boat ride. Later that year, in May, she took a brief break from the show due to a torn ligament in her back but continued hosting from a hospital bed, with guests also joining her in beds. Her resilience was a highlight as she made sure the show must go on. Ellen hit major milestones with her show, celebrating her 1,000th episode in May 2009 with celebrity guests like Oprah Winfrey, Justin Timberlake, and Paris Hilton. Later, for her 2000th episode in December 2015, Jennifer Aniston and Justin Timberlake surprised her on set. In addition to her talk show, Ellen joined American Idol in 2010 as a judge, replacing Paula Abdul. Although she signed on for at least 5 seasons, Ellen left after just 1 season, explaining that the role didn't feel like the right fit. In 2017, Ellen took on another hosting role with NBC's Ellen's Game of Games, a game show based on popular segments from her talk show. The show premiered in December 2017 and ran for 4 seasons before being cancelled in May 2021. Her connection with her fans continued as The Ellen DeGeneres Show kept thriving, even extending its partnership with TCL as the official TV sponsor for the 5th consecutive season in 2018. From 2018 to 2022, Ellen DeGeneres faced a big decision about whether to renew her talk show contract. In a 2018 profile, The New York Times noted that she was exploring new creative outlets, including her Netflix comedy special Relatable, which poked fun at her nice image. Ellen admitted she felt trapped by the public's expectation of her always being kind and dancing on her show. She also worried about how her audience would react when she stopped dancing, something she had done for years. Her upbringing as a Christian Scientist, with a father who was fearful and avoided anything unpleasant, also influenced her sensitivities. On May 12, 2021, Ellen announced she would end The Ellen DeGeneres Show after its 19th season. The final episode aired on May 26, 2022, with guests like Jennifer Aniston, Pink, and Billie Eilish. Ellen's wife, Portia de Rossi, and other family members were in the audience to mark the end of an era. Ellen DeGeneres has carved out a unique space for herself in both the entertainment industry and the world of consumer products. Her journey into the lifestyle brand market began in 2014 with the launch of her product line on QVC, a popular home shopping network. The line, named ED On Air, was a collection of home goods created and curated by Ellen herself. This marked the start of her business expansion, a move that would eventually grow into a full-fledged lifestyle brand, and explains why Portia fell in love with such an ambitious woman. Do you think that Portia and Ellen's relationship will continue to go on in love, or will it soon hit the rocks? Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click on the video showing on your screen, you will enjoy it.